Is the Adani issue going to shadow the India meeting going on behind me? Coming out of that meeting, to take some time off out of that dinner meeting is the Congress's senior spokesperson, head of their social media cell, Supriya Shrinate joins me. Supriya, am I right in saying that the Adani issue has shadowed day one of this India alliance? Rahul Gandhi chooses to hold a press conference here saying that the revelations in the Financial Times Guardian prove that the Adanis and the Modi government have much to answer. Is this Rahul Gandhi's initiative or is this an India campaign against the Adanis? Because I only saw Rahul Gandhi, Jairam Ramesh, KC Venugopal. None of the allies have raised the issue of Adani. Only Rahul Gandhi has.
No, I think farthest from the truth. I think the India Alliance meeting is very important and I think nothing overshadows each other. I think they coexist. What is the whole point of having an India Alliance? An India Alliance has been brought together by people who believe in the Constitution, by people who believe there should be equal opportunities, by people who believe that every corporate in this country should have a level playing field. And here you have a government that is choosing to look the other way when the mega scam is unfolding. And I think Mr. Gandhi was absolutely right in raising the issue because there is a G20 meeting right around the corner. You want to attract investments to India. We don't have a level playing field. Where is the authority of law? SEBI and DRI looking the other way. There are very, very pertinent questions.
No, these are pertinent questions, but Rahul Gandhi seems to be the only one asking them. Sharad Pawar, NCP chief, a few months ago in an interview made it very clear that Adani is good for Indian business. We shouldn't be attacking Adani. I haven't heard Mamta Banerjee attack him. I haven't heard MK Stalin attack him. I haven't heard Congress chief ministers Bhupesh Baghel and Ashok Gehlot have investments of the Adani Group in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. So is this Rahul Gandhi taking on Gautam Adani and through him taking on Prime Minister Modi?
In that case, you need to listen to a lot many more Congress chief ministers and to the opposition chief ministers as well. I think barring a few, people have come out in the open and have spoken on the Adani scam. Look, there are very serious charges of round tripping. There are very serious charges of the promoter holding free float stake, 13% of the 25% free float, which actually triggers an automatic delisting. These are very, very serious charges, something that we can't discuss in passe. I really think that Mr. Gandhi has led the charge against the whole Adani scam. Mr. Gandhi brought it to light in the parliament. He was even willing to sacrifice his Lok Sabha seat and his, membership. The reality is that Mr. Gandhi has been at the forefront of bringing this scam to light, and I think it was only fair that when the world is talking about him, and Rajdeep, may I take 30 seconds to just say, the global headlines are saying that a family business linked to Modi, India's Prime Minister, is being named and being associated with the scam. I think these are very serious charges just before a G20 meeting.
No, but you're not answering my question whether Rahul Gandhi, who's taking up these issues, is doing so on his own volition. Has he consulted the India Alliance? You see, because there's a meeting going on at the moment, a dinner meeting of the India Alliance. Is Gautam Adani the issue, or is it how are we going to prepare and strategize for 2020 for the issue?
We are a bunch of extremely competent people who can multitask. So while we blow the lid of the Adani scam, while we hold Mr. Modi accountable despite his pressure tactics and despite his tactics to deflect attention away, we can also jolly well sit together and discuss the India Alliance, the way ahead, what are the meeting points. There's an entire agenda that has been discussed in an informal meeting and also over dinner. There is an entire meeting that's planned tomorrow. So give us credit for being people who are smart, people who can multitask, and people who can do both the alliance as well as blow the lid of the Adani scam.
I will keep asking this. Is the entire India alliance on board with Rahul Gandhi when he says the Modi government stands accused of corporate cronyism? Is Rahul Gandhi a lone ranger in this? Are there all Congress leaders on board? The truth of the matter is Gautam Adani has investments in Kerala, where there's a left government. He has investments in Bengal, where Mamta Banerjee is chief minister. He has investments in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, where you are in power. I just want to understand, Rahul Gandhi, by going for Gautam Adani in the manner that he did today, following those revelations, is he now going to rake up? Is this Adani 2.0, as I'm calling it? Is that what we are seeing? And will that in some way become now still Rahul Gandhi's selling point?
How is this 2.0? There were pertinent questions that were raised on foreign funds holding money in Adani Group and those foreign funds actually being front for promoters. You have news reports which are done by very, very credible agencies that now say that that money was actually pumped in by promoters, pushed out of India, it has come back. I think this is round tripping of the worst kind. So this is Adani saga, Adani scam that continues. As far as Rahul Gandhi or the Congress party is concerned, I'm glad you asked asked me that question because this is an important clarification that I would want to make. I'm somebody who understands economy. I'm somebody who understands finance. I come from that world. The reality is that the Congress party opened up Indian economy. The Congress party has championed the biggest reforms. The Congress party is not against profit. The Congress party is not against corporates. What the Congress party is against dirty crony capitalism. If Mr. Adani wins a tender by being the lowest bidder and it's a fair tender, by all means. But if Mr. Adani is going to be given 6 airports, despite the fact that the Finance Ministry and Niti Aayog write against it, how is that justified? How is it justified that the SEBI does nothing about it, and in 2017 the SEBI chief who retires is today the head of the of a news channel that Mr. Adani owns? How is it justified that DRAI, after Mr. Adani comes to power, closes 2 scams that were probing Adani? So I think these are questions. Have you heard a single ally today say that Mr. Gandhi has raised a wrong issue, or what has come to light is insignificant?
No, I haven't heard them echo what Mr. Gandhi has said. But yes, they haven't spoken out against Mr. Gandhi. But you mentioned SEBI chief UK Sinha. For example, according to this report, SEBI did not act against the charges that were made against Mr. Adani. Now, Mr. UK Sinha was known to be close to the late President Pranab Mukherjee. He was in the finance ministry at the time. Mr. UK Sinha was seen to be someone whose appointment as SEBI chief was made with the blessings, many say, of people close to Pranab Mukherjee. There are Congress leaders in your own party who are seen to be close to Gautam Adani. Is this about Gautam Adani, the individual? When you mention SEBI, for example, many are saying many of these, even the over-invoicing charges were started when the Congress was in power. What did the Congress do about it? So the question that I am raising, how is it that Narendra Modi alone, according to you, is responsible for what's happened with the Adanis?
I am glad you are raising that question, because this is never ever about one individual. This is about the dirty political patronage that one corporate enjoyed because of his association, because of his proximity to India's Prime Minister. This is about institutions that were stymied for one man. This is because rules of SEZ ports and airports were changed for one man. This is because a man who claims proximity and is known to be close to Prime Minister Modi funded his campaign. It was his jets that Mr. Modi campaigned in pre-2014. He has won accolades after he has come to power. He has won deals as recently as Greece. Mr. Modi goes to Greece from South Africa. He comes back and Mr. Adani is looking at ports there. So this is proximity and political patronage of the worst kind. This is what crony capitalism is all about.
My final question to you is quite simply this. The Adani story broke early this morning. By afternoon, the Modi government has said 5-day special session of Parliament from the 18th to the 22nd. What's the mood at that dinner? Is there a belief that Mr. Modi is going for an early election? Mamta Banerjee seems to believe so. Or do you believe this is all a diversion from the Adani question? A quick answer.
The room is full of the smartest politicians in India, and they know this is nothing but a deflection, a diversionary tactic of Prime Minister Modi to derail the coverage of the India agenda. But the reality is that whether it's unemployment, whether it's high prices, whether it's women, whether it's Manipur, whether it's income inequality, people of this country realize that Mr. Modi is going to give political patronage to Gautam Adani and not to the people of this country. The mood is buoyant, and we have decided, and we will stall Mr. Modi's innings right in his tracks.
Okay. You've got Supriya Shrinate. I pulled her out of dinner, which is very unfair. So I'm going to allow her to move on. Thank you very much, Supriya, for joining us.